All right, guys, I'm back. I'm live today. You're probably wondering why am I doing this on a Wednesday? I just usually do it on a Friday, but Friday's Valentine's Day, and I got a wife, so I'm going to be spending some time with the wife instead of hanging out with you guys on Friday. I think it's fair. So that's why I'm doing this right now, today, live on YouTube, Wednesday night. God, I thought it was Thursday for a minute. I was like, I got to go on John Talks tomorrow night, actually. So
Cool, cool.
yeah, I think Fatal J is going to be on there too. So yeah, Rhodes Rants is in the house. What's going on?
Hey, man, I'm just sitting here looking at my video, and it's straight trash.
You just put up a video?
No, I'm looking at my video from the live feed, and I'm like, "Ew, that's
Yeah,
horrible."
yeah. It's been kind of rough, man, with YouTube. Uh, guys, as you get in here, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Drop in the chat. Where are you watching from? Let's see who we have here right now. See Joshua Tika, Baron Kalik. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. Says, hey man, what's up, guys? Not much. Just gonna talk a little bit of, entertainment news, a little bit of the Oscars. I'm pretty sure you guys saw the title of the video here, and it's gonna be interesting. And we'll just kind of roll with it, whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever Rhodes comes up with, whatever he wants to talk about too. So I'm gonna wait till
Yeah,
we get
man.
some more people coming in.
So you remember I was supposed to do a Oscars watch party? You remember we talked about that?
Yeah, I didn't. I don't think I wanted to do it, man, because I haven't watched the Oscars since 2004,
Well,
and I really have no desire to watch the Oscars.
I thought about it on like Saturday evening. I was like, "Holy crap!" And I don't know why I thought the Oscars were normally later in the year. Um, God, am I going nuts? I thought they used to be in March or something like that. But anyway, I got to Saturday evening. I was like, do you know how badly I don't want to watch the Oscars right now?
Yeah, man, you need to stop coming up with these things we don't want to watch, man. You put out your Last Jedi watch party, and I didn't really want to do
I
that.
would rather do that again than watch the Oscars.
Probably so. Yeah, I would really don't want to do either, to tell you the truth. But
Right. I don't either. I
yeah,
don't either.
I mean the Oscars, man. I haven't watched it since like 2004, man. It's the same dog and pony show, and it was very, very woke, and they just don't get it, man. Baron is from Deutschland. Says it's 2:37 in the morning here in Germany. Well, guten Tag. I
Okay.
know I don't speak German, but I know a couple of words.
Now I got I closed out everything that I think might be using bandwidth. So
Yeah, you're a little grainy.
am I still grainy?
Yeah,
All right, hold on.
yes, you need to jump in,
I'm
jump back
fixing it
out.
now.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Oh yeah, much better.
Is it really? Okay, so
Yep.
that's StreamYard
Yep.
sometimes.
Yep. Yeah. I'm really thinking about trying to find another platform than StreamYard that can host multiple people.
I don't think there is one. I really don't.
There probably is. I think Streamlabs you have to Skype people in, right? And actually, I think Streamlabs only works. Does it only work with PC?
It I don't know. Well, I didn't think about that, but yeah. I know my biggest issue with Streamlabs is um it's upload upstream. It
Yeah.
takes a I mean, you would be fine.
Yeah, I would be fine.
Me, every time I've tried it, it was just really, really and it takes an incredible amount of resource
Yeah.
from your computer. Now, I've got a laptop that would do it now, but are there bells and whistles to it? Good God. If you're a solo live streamer,
Yeah. It'll
it's
work.
awesome. There's all kinds of good things you can do with it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. But man, the picture I'm looking at it on YouTube now, man, the picture looks bad. Like it looks good when you're looking on StreamYard. I mean, my camera's 1080p and StreamYard only goes up to 720. So sometimes I just want to turn it off like this and roll
Yeah.
with it.
Well,
'Cause
we
remember,
used to. We
I had an
started
issue.
doing podcast style. Remember, that's how we started.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baron says you sound like a German dude, though. Um, I don't think so. I mean, I have a little bit of German in me, but I'm not Arnold Schwarzenegger. Even though he's Austrian, but Austria, Germany, they were the same country.
Guten
Same thing.
Tag, Herr Jones.
Guten Tag. I know. Let's see what else I know in German. Uns keine Naja, which I believe means in no eds, if I'm not mistaken.
I think most German I've ever heard is from Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah. No, something else too. Mein Mother, mein Vater. Because English is a German language, actually.
Right.
So a lot of things. I knew you were going to get rid of that thing, man. You never, ever stay with that thing.
It drives me nuts. I'm like, let's
Yeah.
do it. So I almost rocked the inaugural episode of my Star Wars half-hour live show today. I almost did it.
Yeah, I saw you said that on the video today.
Yeah, I came very close. I'm getting real close to doing it. That's how I think I'm going to start covering Star Wars, is with a 30-minute live stream every day. And
is there enough Star Wars material out there, though?
Every day you can find something. Okay.
Yeah. I guess when Clone Wars comes out, that'll definitely help. But we haven't really heard anything about it since the trailer.
Well,
and actually, when does that come out? That comes out
8 days, right?
Yeah. 21st?
Is it the 20th?
I can't remember. It's either like 20th, 21st.
It's not the 17th, is it?
I don't think so. Poet Society, the Black Chosen One is here. I am the chosen one. Well, John, you are a solo live streamer. Doesn't it sound like a good name? No, I'm not a solo live streamer. Usually Rhodes is here with me. What are you doing, Rhodes?
I'm looking this up. I know that ain't right, because that says February 10th.
I think it is. I think it's
that would be right now, and if that's the case,
no,
we got to close the stream and go watch the Clone Wars. Thanks for showing up, everybody.
It's February 21st.
Okay.
21st, so 9 days. That's what I kind of thought. All right, it looks like we just got a bump in some people. Maybe the notification went out. But anyway, let's kind of jump into this main topic first. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the Oscars. It was a dumpster fire. Well, you probably didn't see it, because I didn't see it either. But it was a complete dumpster fire. And Natalie Portman actually implemented into her dress the names of female directors who she felt got snubbed by the Oscars. Now, maybe it was kind of a setup, because if you're just looking at her dress, you probably didn't really notice anything. So maybe that was kind of a setup when they were interviewing her to actually show the names. Let me actually see if I can share a picture of Natalie Portman's dress. Hold on. Let me try to find it first. Okay, her Oscars dress. Let me. Oh wait, hold on. Let me try to. CNET. Okay, let me share my screen real quick and see. There you go. Bam. Right there. How can you actually see the names of the snub directors? I'm having a hard time seeing it right now.
That looks
So they're
like a
kinda
bunch of like honeybees all over
Yeah.
grass.
Yeah, you can kinda see some words right there and right there, but overall, I can't really tell, so that just tells me it was kind of a setup, I believe, to where she actually wanted to make this symbolic approach. I mean, the best way to me, honestly, if she actually really did care about snub female directors, she wouldn't have shown up. She just would have put out a statement that she's protesting the Oscars.
Yep.
But Natalie Portman, I like Natalie Portman. She just wanted the attention on herself. That's the way. That's what I think about it anyway. She
Right.
just wanted the attention on herself. What do you think of that?
I think most of these people that are trying to make these social and political statements, I I tend to lean towards the fact that they're just attention getters or grabbers. You know,
Yeah.
I've said before, everybody in Hollywood is in this race to see who's the most woke. Okay, because they get the in crowd in industry brownie points
Right.
from their peers, even to the point of it helping them get work, which to you and I is utterly ridiculous. You know, you should get work based on your merit
Right.
and your effort and your performances. But yeah, it's a lot of political
Yeah.
behind the scenes. It's all about these statements, and of course they're ruining entertainment, all of them.
Right.
Um,
I don't know if you can actually read this or not, but this tweet here says Natalie Portman at the Oscars. Her cape gives me life. I love her. Women directors have been snubbed time and time again, and it's enough. Give them the representation and attention they deserve. Now, me personally,
I can't
man,
even take that seriously. Come on.
me personally, I
God,
don't care. What good is representation if the product isn't good? You know, I'm not saying
it's
it.
no good.
Yeah.
It embarrasses what they are trying to accomplish. In other
Right.
words, if they give a female director a gig and it doesn't perform well, i.e., Elizabeth Banks and
Right.
Charlie's Angels, and she makes a shit show of a movie, of course she got rewarded with another film afterwards. And that movie, just you could look at the trailer and tell, yikes, that is a complete dumpster fire.
Right.
And they should be embarrassed by that. Ryan Johnson is an example of, you know, The Last Jedi is such a terrible movie, and there's all these political statements and everything being made in the movie, to the point that it made the movie so horrible that it should be an embarrassment. Okay, it should be
Right.
something that is an actual literal black eye or a red X on his resume. Instead, he's being what? Lauded and praised by all, the media, his peers. People beat down the door to try to get him, knives out because of it.
Yeah.
They don't work under the same system that real people have to work off of in order to succeed and move up the ladder and gain more employment. That it doesn't work that way.
Right.
You know, which is one of the reasons why these movies are failing. People recognize that. Everyday people recognize it.
Yeah. Definitely.
and they don't want to support that kind of product. They don't.
Right.
We're like, you know what? If you're going to keep doing this to us, we're not going to watch this movie. We're not going to support this product. There's something that's admirable about being relatable. Okay. And if you can't relate in any way, if you continue to middle finger your audience, so to speak, time and time again, the audience is going to quit rewarding what little effort you put into it, you know?
Right.
So anyway, that's my take. But look, all this media attention on her, so she accomplished what she wanted to do. The media took it, they ran with it, the left-leaning media. She's now a hero coming out of this thing, you know, and she's to be put on a pedestal and raised up. So all of us can feel like we're supposed to feel like we're lesser individuals, like we're not socially aware enough, and what these people are doing is actually gonna awaken some kind of a you know, they think we're literally gonna have this switch flipped, and it's just not going to happen. It's all one bullshit lie out there anyway. I think 90% of them doesn't believe what they're saying.
No, they don't, because that kind of brings me to Rose McGowan now. Now, you know, Rose McGowan, she is super woke, man. And Rose McGowan is not a fan of what Natalie Portman did, because she basically said that Natalie Portman is a fake woke person because she's just doing what she's doing in front of the camera. Then she'll go home and she's not going to follow up on anything for female empowerment. So I'm going to share this right here about what, guess I got to stop that. And then I got to share it again. There we go.
Oh, God.
Right there in the middle. Rose McGowan says some thoughts on Natalie Portman and her Oscars protests, in quotes. The kind of protest that gets rave reviews from the mainstream media for its bravery. Brave? No, not by a long shot. More like an actress acting the part of someone who cares, as so many of them do. I find Portman's type of activism deeply offensive to those of us who actually do the work. I'm not writing this out of bitterness. I'm writing out of disgust. I just want her and other actresses to walk the walk. And actually, I think, oh man, there's a whole lot more here.
Damn.
Walk the walk. Natalie, you have worked with 2 female directors in your very long career. One of them was you. So she worked with her own self. Okay. You have a production company that has hired exactly 1 female director. You. I did not know this stuff right here.
Oh, that's funny, actually.
Yeah. What is it with actresses of your ink? I think
Ilk.
You A-listers could change the world if you take a stand instead of being the problem. Yes, you, Natalie, you are the problem. Lip service is the problem. Fake support of other women is the problem. As I wrote in my book, Brave, what goes on behind the scene goes on screen, goes into the world, and it's a pervasive sickness that needs its own medicine. What you do affects the world, Natalie, and does what you do not. I'm singling you out because you are the latest in a long line of actresses who are acting a part of a woman who cares about other women. Actresses who supposedly stand for women, but in reality do not do much at all. Of course, women in the world will keep buying the perfumes you promote, the movies you make, and think they are buying into who you are. But who are you? I was at the Women in Film event that you spoke at once, Natalie. You reeled off depressing statistics, and then we all went back to our salads. I quickly realized you and the other women speakers and that joke of an organization are just frauds. You say nothing, you do nothing. There's no law that says you need to hire women, work with women, or support women. By all means, you do you. But I'm saying stop pretending you're some kind of champion for anything other than yourself. As for me, I'll be over here raising my voice and fighting for change without any compensation. That is activism. Until you and your fellow actresses get real, do all of us a favor and hang up your embroidered activist cloak. It doesn't hang right. Wow. That, you know what? Tell you the truth, man. I 100% agree with Rose McGowan. I don't necessarily agree with all of her crazy stances and everything, but you got to admit, she's right. These people do these things just for the camera, and then they don't follow through on anything else that they do. I mean, there are a bunch of phonies out there. That's just the way they are. That's the way they always have been. And I can't remember Natalie Portman actually speaking out on any kind of women's issues before. I could be wrong. We know that Rose McGowan has been pretty vocal. And this kind of leads me back to Kathleen Kennedy. You know, she's always talking about females, females, females. But I was telling Rose before we went live, Kathleen Kennedy, always talking about females, has hired nothing but white males, about 11 of them overall, whether the project got off the ground or not. All of them male, all of them white.
And we came to the conclusion that the two females that got hired, Bryce Dallas Howard and Deborah Chow, were actually hired by Jon Favreau, who's the showrunner for The Mandalorian.
Yeah,
it wasn't even Kathleen Kennedy.
No, Kathleen Kennedy just has her name on there just because she's president of Lucasfilm. She wasn't making any decisions on The Mandalorian. None.
Yeah.
So she gets no credit for that at all. For one thing, Favreau was writing Mandalorian before it was even a thing. I guess the only thing she did was just, all right, we can do this. And that's about it. Nothing else. So Kathleen Kennedy is a phony. A phony. I mean, she's been in power at Lucasfilm since 2012. She's hired no female directors. Zero.
And even worse, she's tried to make her statements by sacrificing our stories.
Exactly.
To make her statements.
That's a problem.
Which is a huge problem.
That's a problem. Christy's here. There are more females in power for private corporations versus stupid Hollywood. Absolutely.
That's a fact.
You want to know my last job? My last job before I got here. My department manager was a woman. Another manager was a woman. Supervisors were both women. Now the CEO, he was a male, but that was a lot of women in power. So, and they all made more money than me too, by the way, because they had higher positions than me. Just the way it is. My job now, there's two managers in a department, one male, one female. So the workforce is a lot more diverse than what Hollywood wants you to believe. Trust me.
I would say half of the managers I had working for me, maybe over half, more like 6 out of every 10 were female versus male.
Yeah.
In the 10 years that I managed corporate. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? Some industries are going to have more females than males. I mean, it's just, there's certain things that females like that males don't. So if you go into the nursing industry, that's going to be more females than males because more females just want to be nurses. Nobody's calling for, we need more representation in nursing by males.
No, and
if it never happened. That would just never happen, for one thing.
I mean, there's absolutely more males in nursing now, but the reason is the salaries in nursing have gotten to be excellent.
Oh, nurses make pretty good money.
Yeah, absolutely. Even up here in rural East Texas, a good RN will make $80K a year. You know, no kidding.
True, very much true. But I mean, I gotta give my old company that I worked for credit. I mean, I hated working there, but they were really, really diverse. Women were in power, and I'm not talking about just white women. I mean, the department head was a white woman, but the manager under her was Asian. The supervisor, one was white, one was mixed race, half black, half white. Pretty diverse. And the women were, and actually, tell you the truth, most of the people that worked in the department were women. They just were. So, and this is in Texas. People think Texas is a bunch of sexes out here. Just not the case.
No, if you get in any kind of professional work or corporate work or, anywhere that I can think of, again, I'm in rural East Texas. Probably 6 out of 10 of my managers were female, and of them, probably 3, probably half of those would have been African American women. Both of my managers were African American women, and 2 of the best people I ever worked for ever.
Yeah.
Man, they were kick ass at what they did. Absolutely kick ass.
Yeah. I mean, but there's just going to be certain industries where women are just going to have more jobs than men. There's other, what's going to happen one day, man. We run a sports channel. Eventually, this female activism will get so extreme to the point they're going to want to push women into the NFL. And I'm going to stop it right there, just to be honest. If you put a woman in the NFL, they will get hurt. They will get hurt. I mean, look at me. I'm a grown man. I would get destroyed if I played in the NFL.
I've already heard it. I've already heard it. Mike Florio is a big proponent of, there was a female kicker out there that he was trying to get on one of the NFL teams.
No, just not going to work. You know how many kickers actually end up blowing out their knee because somebody like blocks a punt and then their leg gets snapped? It happens quite a bit. If they don't get, knocked out for the season, they get knee injuries and stuff like that. And what happens when they got a tackle? That's going to be a problem. Now, we do see, like in the sports world, there are female referees. The XFL has several female referees. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. NBA has been having female referees for a while. Now, it's always going to be the majority male referees. For one thing, I believe that men just want to referee more than women. That's what I think anyway.
The Niners have a kick-ass female offensive assistant coach.
Yeah.
She's a badass too.
Yeah.
She knows her shit. Yeah.
And they're probably going to be pushing for more females to do that too. But think of this. How many females actually want to do it? Probably not that many overall.
Well, that's the thing. Do you know how many women I know that are like, they don't, my ex-wife would tell you, females shouldn't be playing football, period. That was just her stance on it. Okay. And her thing was, there is even certain industries. Now, Debbie's a little more old school, but, she gave some examples. If you're in an emergency situation, can a 125-pound female carry somebody like you out roads that weighs 235? And that was her stance on certain things. So look, I don't know, but I don't think a female will ever get in the NFL. I don't think it'll happen,
Ooh, sorry, Rhodes. 49ers still lost Rhodes.
Yeah, she's up there in Dallas. Gosh, I was going to take a shot, but I won't do it since you're on this live stream.
I'm a Cowboy fan too, man.
I'm going to spare you, man. I was going to say, how them Cowboys do this year?
We suck because our coach sucked.
I'll keep our quarterback at 27 mil. Y'all take y'all's at 40.
Yeah, but anyway, to get back to Rose McGowan, though, man, I agree with what she said as far as, this fake activism. All these people say all these things in front of the camera. Joaquin Phoenix, man, his speech was weird, man. I mean, talking about...
He did call out cancel culture.
Yeah, he did. He called that out. But then he got on to milking a cow is bad. Because he's a vegan. And all those people in the audience were clapping and everything. But you know what? 90% of those people eat meat. They drink milk.
Halle Berry is famous for getting ready for a role by having T-bone steaks and Diet Cokes for 6 weeks.
But, she was clapping. She was there. She was there. Halle Berry's on the same diet I'm in. She's on keto. So keto is high fat. She's eating... meat and fats and avocados, eggs, all that stuff.
Do you remember the scene that really, really, really launched her career that everybody talked about after it happened? Do you remember that movie with Hugh Jackman where John Swordfish?
Swordfish.
Yeah, well, she had a nude scene in that movie.
That was like in 2000.
Very long time ago.
Now, she was big in the 90s, though. She was big long before that.
She was big in certain movies, but that was the first massive blockbuster she ended up being in.
I think the first massive blockbuster she was in was Boomerang with Eddie Murphy. 1992.
Oh, okay. So yeah. I didn't even know she was in that. I don't think I've seen that movie.
Yeah. Halle Berry was big time in the 90s, man. But she didn't win an Oscar until Monsters Ball, when that was kind of like a soft porn.
Right.
I mean, she was really good in that movie. Don't get me wrong. She was really good.
Movie. Yeah.
She's really good.
Yeah. But she famously talked about she ate T-bone steaks and drank Diet Cokes to get ready for Swordfish to lean out. Yeah. Before taking that role. Yeah.
She needs to keep doing what she's doing, man, because she's in excellent shape, man.
God, she was good in John Wick 3. We don't talk about that enough.
Oh, man, she's good in everything, man.
Yeah.
She is good in everything. John Wick 3, she was really, really good. Hopefully, she's in the next John Wick movie, but the way they do these John Wick movies, you never know, really. So, but I'm looking forward to whatever she's in.
Rose McGowan's talking a lot of shit these days for being Marilyn Manson's ex hand puppet.
Oh, I mean, you know what? She's become so woke now. You tend to forget that she was with Marilyn Manson.
I can't say nothing about Manson. I've seen him in concert twice. He puts on an awesome show.
But you know what? The way she is now, the big time SJW she is now, she doesn't seem like the kind of person that would be with Marilyn Manson.
Oh, she was walking around like literally
half
going
naked.
in award shows naked.
I know.
Like
now,
you could bring up pictures you could not bring up on this stream right now. It would get demonetized.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. I know what you're talking about. But the thing is, ever since she outed Harvey Weinstein, it's like it was a 180. But the thing is, Harvey Weinstein was doing those things to you before. You didn't say anything, and now you're acting like you're a saint now just because you outed him, and now you're slamming everybody in Hollywood.
She was one of the quote-unquote whistleblowers for that, wasn't she?
She was the main one. I think she was the first one, I believe.
Because she was in Scream, which was a Miramax movie, and she was
really good. She was really good in that movie.
Phantoms with Ben Affleck, which was a Dean Koontz adaptation. She was in that, and it was a Miramax movie. Mm-hmm. So I hate to say it, but the Weinstein film company launched her career, literally launched her career. Wow. That's wild. I didn't realize that. I haven't paid that much attention to the Harvey Weinstein thing, but yeah.
Say hell no, I like bacon too much. Bacon, I eat bacon almost every day on keto. That's the good thing about keto. You can eat bacon, full fat meat. We don't eat lean nothing. We just no sugar and low carbs. I love bacon.
God, I know I need to cut my carbs out, but man, my strength is just shooting up the roof right now.
You know that it'll pass after a couple of weeks.
I know. I remember my strength recovering after usually 2 weeks, but still, I'm rocking it.
Yeah. What else we got here? And nobody's really commenting, so oh well. Guess it's just chat roads. Yeah, man. If you look at, man, Brad Pitt, man, he's the last person that needs to talk about any type of morality, even though he brought up Trump and his speech. Now, Brad Pitt, I'm a fan of his as an actor. But this is the same dude that was getting drunk all the time, going off on his family. This is the same dude that cheated on Jennifer Aniston with
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie. He's in no position at all to lecture anyone about anything.
Yeah, they're a bunch
He's a cheater. He's an alcoholic. He shouldn't be telling us. I don't want to hear anything about Trump out of his mouth.
Yeah, I agree. I told you we've got 5 more years of this shit.
Yeah.
We got 5 more years of it.
Yep. Starting in 2021.
On a side note, I'm glad he won that award, though. He deserved it. He kicked ass.
Oh, he was really good in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Great. Yeah, he was great in that movie. Absolutely.
Yeah. I still need to see Parasite, though.
I need to see that. I was going to ask you about, because you finally saw Once Upon a Time, right?
Yeah.
Did you notice the entire tone of the movie changed when he reached that ghost town where the hippies were?
Yeah, I thought that was like really weird, man.
It turned into a horror movie
I thought something was really about to happen. He was looking for that guy. I can't remember his name. And they wouldn't let him see him.
Looking for Bruce Dern. Bruce Dern was the old man. I thought
he was going to find him dead in there or something.
I did too.
And the guy was right there. And everything she was telling was true. Now, people were saying that, oh, this is Tarantino's best movie.
No,
not even close.
I am a huge Tarantino guy.
I mean, the movie's good. It ain't nearly on the level of Pulp Fiction.
I think it's his worst movie. I do.
I thought it was kind of down there.
Yeah, I think it and even that said, when we did our top movies of the year, it still ended up being number 4 on my list, and it's Tarantino's worst movie, in my opinion.
That movie was fantastic.
I
think it took me a little while to kind of get into it. It just took me a while to get into the movie. Huh?
I need to see it again, but I mean, I can name you off a slew of his movies that I think are light years better. And that tells you how good he is.
Let me pull him
his worst movie.
I'm pull up his movies here, Tarantino movies, and I'm gonna kind of go through them then and say which one is better.
I can tell you right now. If Reservoir Dogs.
Okay, I haven't seen Reservoir Dogs. I need to see that.
Oh God, that's my favorite Tarantino movie.
True Romance.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Pulp Fiction is definitely better. Natural Born Killers.
He helped write that.
4 Rooms. I saw that movie. That was good.
Okay, you know what? 4 Rooms would be his worst one.
Yeah.
So this would be his second one.
Well, you know what?
Second to last.
They got From Dusk to Dawn on here, but that was Robert Rodriguez, but he was a writer on that movie.
Yeah.
That's a better movie than
From Dusk Till Dawn's a classic.
Yeah, that's a better movie than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Jackie Brown, that's better also. I love Jackie Brown.
Yep, that's my second favorite Tarantino movie.
The Kill Bill movies, I haven't seen them.
Oh God,
I know, I need to see them.
Dude, this weekend, my God, set aside 5 hours, get all your little keto snackies ready, and sit down, and you're gonna, because you like kung fu and samurai movies.
I do.
Good God, but she's one of the best female characters in the history of movies.
I guess one of the reasons why I didn't really watch it, I know that David Carradine is in the movie. You know, I'm a huge Bruce Lee fan, and he got screwed over for kung fu because that was Bruce Lee's idea. And I never really got into David Carradine because of that. Nothing against him, but, you know.
Look, Michael Madsen, was it Vivica A. Fox, Daryl Hannah, Uma Thurman, David Carradine. I mean, good Lord. It is. Oh, Lucy Liu. Good grief. Just get ready. Yeah.
Sin City. You like that one better?
He wrote that.
He partially directed. They said he didn't write or produce. He was a special guest director. So I guess that doesn't count.
Yes, Ash. True Romance was directed by Tony Scott. Absolutely. But here's a side note. Tarantino wrote True Romance and sold that script and story to the studio, and he took the money and made Reservoir Dogs his first movie.
Interesting.
Yep.
I only got a few more. Grindhouse. The Grindhouse movies.
Yeah, good stuff.
Inglourious Bastards. I love that movie.
Great.
Way better than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Way better. Yeah, I just watched it the other day.
Django Unchained.
Way
better.
Yeah.
The Hateful Eight.
Way better. That's my jam. That's my jam. The last 25 minutes of that movie is insane.
So I just think it's safe to say that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood doesn't even really come close to being his best movie.
Yeah.
And there's been some other ones where he's kind of been somewhat involved too, I think. But I don't know.
I got fired up because there was a time when he came very, very close. He wanted to write and direct a Friday the 13th movie. And he came very close to doing it. And I was really, really pulling for it. And he decided away from it. And then he was going to do Star Trek.
Yeah.
The Trek fans went nuts. They didn't want him anywhere around it because he was going to be dropping MFers because he said it's going to be a rated R Star Trek movie.
Honestly, I wouldn't want to see that. I don't want to see an R-rated Star Trek movie.
I don't think I'd want him doing it either.
No, I don't think he's a fit for Star Trek. It's not his kind of movie. Like, I like Spike Lee movies, but I can't see Spike Lee doing a movie like that either.
Right.
It's just a different genre. Jake the Movie Geek, I'm listening to you guys while playing Lego Star Wars, the complete saga.
That's fun.
Haven't played it.
Yep.
Maria Elena is here. You gotta watch Kill Bill, John.
Okay. Good.
I'll watch it, man. I'll watch it. I'll watch it sometime. I'm not gonna make a promise when, but sometime I'll actually do it.
I need to rank his movies either in a video or in a live stream or something because he's my second favorite director. And the only reason he can't get first is because Spielberg just did so many monumental movies of my youth. I cannot move Quentin ahead of Steven.
Spielberg is up there.
I just can't do it because he's got Jaws, he's got Close Encounters, he's got Raiders, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. I can't do it.
Actually, I think James Cameron is the best. I'll
I
put Christopher Nolan up there too.
I definitely can't do that. And I like James Cameron, but
James Cameron's amazing, man. Amazing. Terminator 2, True Lies. I'm missing some. Oh, Titanic, Avatar. I mean, he's had like some of the biggest movies of all time.
Schindler's List. It's Spielberg.
I know.
I mean, movie, you just can't.
That movie, man, it's got to be in my top 10. That movie, Spielberg, man, directed the hell out of that movie.
Even the movie that he did that came out with, and I can't think of the name of it, but with Tom Hanks, just like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, where Tom Hanks is going over to negotiate the release of a guy that got caught and they think he's a spy. Good God, it was a true story. It was really good. What is the name of that movie? I can't believe I can't remember. Yes, The Duel is a great flick. Yeah.
Okay. Now, my favorite filmmaker of all time is George Lucas. That's two different things because George doesn't direct a lot, but he creates a lot of stuff. Like he'll come up with stories, that kind of thing, but he doesn't necessarily direct. Like Spielberg directs Indiana Jones, but that's George's story.
Yeah, you would be talking storytellers or story writers,
world builders,
and George would be in my top, probably top 3 with story builders.
George number 1. I mean, Indiana Jones. Indiana was his dog, and they even mentioned that in Last Crusade. That's my favorite one.
I think
we named the dog Indiana.
I think I would still have Quentin ahead of Lucas.
Ooh.
On a writing scale, because he wrote so many movies he didn't direct. Natural Born Killers, you just brought that up. I mean, that was a classic nutcase movie that, God, Robert Downey Jr. was. Have you ever seen that movie?
Natural Born Killers?
Yeah.
I think I have. If so, it's been a very long time.
God, it's an assault on the senses. And it's one of the movies that put Downey Jr. sort of back on the map. He was insane in that movie.
I guess another reason why I would put Lucas ahead is that his influence on everything.
That's fair.
Mean, he
That's
is
a fair
like
point.
10 years, 20 years ahead of his time on everything.
He revolutionized the entire
revolutionized everything. I remember when Jurassic Park came out in 1993, the visual effects was amazing. That was George Lucas's company.
Yeah.
Agreed. It wasn't, his story or anything, but it was his company. I mean, Star Wars 1977 revolutionized everything. Even when you look back at the Phantom Menace in 1999, motion capture. Nobody was doing that. Now everybody is using motion capture now because George Lucas. I think he's had the biggest influence on movies overall. That's why he's number 1 to me.
Bridge of Spies is the name of that movie. I had to go look it up.
Have you seen Pulp Fiction? Of course. I love Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Samuel Jackson became a meme from that movie. And Ving Rhames as Marcellus Wallace.
It launched Ving Rhames' career. I
knew Ving Rhames going back to this movie called The People Under the Stairs, man. It's kind of like a...
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
I love that movie. That was in 1992.
But I couldn't have picked Ving out of a lineup before he played that part in Pulp Fiction. I mean, it was just classic. I mean...
Samuel Jackson is the best part. Best thing in that movie, though.
Does he look like a bitch?
Say what? Say what one more time, mother?
I double dogged. Hey, mother. God, I need to do a watch party for that. I
Yeah.
could do I ought to just do a Tarantino watch party every week.
Yeah. And Samuel Jackson, man, he's in my top 5 actors of all time, man. I mean, the man literally had about 2 minutes in Coming to America, and he made an impact robbing McDowell's. Man,
That's right. That's
he needs
fact.
to be in the second Coming to America movie that's coming out this year. Man, I hope he has like some kind of a role. Maybe he's the same guy and he's robbing McDowell's again or something, man. They need to get him in that movie.
Or he walks in and he's completely
Yeah.
changed his life. He's some successful business.
Yeah, he's some minister or something like that now. And then you find out he's actually still robbing people. That'd be that'd be really cool. And nobody ever knew his name in that movie. He didn't have a name in the movie.
I've graduated to drug kingpin. He walks in looking like Nino Brown.
Yeah. And Samuel Jackson as Gator in Jungle Fever, when he played Wesley Snipes' brother. That was a hell of a job playing his crackhead brother. And I think that's the movie where he actually stopped using drugs, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm trying to think of all the movies that I have, all the theater times I've been to the movies that Sam Jackson was in a movie. I even saw Amos. Is it Amos and Andrew? Him and Nick Cage together.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the early 90s. I saw that in the theater. Good God.
I didn't see that in the movie theater.
All the the prequels I saw, and Long Kiss Goodnight is an underrated Sam Jackson movie.
Wasn't he in that movie with Pam Grier and
Jackie Brown?
No, he was Jackie Brown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. No, it's some space movie. I can't remember what it is. Maybe he wasn't in it.
He was in a movie with Sharon Stone and Dustin Hoffman that took place underwater. Sphere is the name
That's
of
the movie I was thinking of right there. Yeah,
that was back in Sharon Stone's heyday.
Yeah, I can't believe can you believe she's 60 or 61? I can't believe that.
God.
Man, my mom just turned 64, man. Think of that. I just can't believe, because I watched like Total Recall. Total Recall seemed like it came out yesterday.
I can't say nothing. My parents are way older than that.
Yeah, your dad's like really old. But I can't believe Total Recall came out 30 years ago this year. 30 years ago. 1990.
According to Christy, got one of my favorite guilty pleasures, Deep Blue Sea with Thomas Jane. I love that movie. I love it. It's one of my favorite flicks. The freaking shark comes up out of nowhere while Sam Jackson is giving one of his like Pulp Fiction speeches trying to fire everybody up. And the shark comes out and just grabs him and pulls him under the water. It's great. Out of nowhere. Nobody saw it. I saw it in the theater and it was packed, opening night. And everybody in the crowd was like, what? Sam Jackson just got took out that quick. LL Cool J was in that movie too, by the way.
Oh, I think I remember. It's been a long time since I've seen that. A real long time. Shaft. Man, he was great in that Shaft movie. That Shaft movie is so underrated, man. When are they going to release the new one?
Both
that came out. You saw the new Shaft movie, right?
I did. It was great. It almost made my top 5 movies of the list. List.
Wasn't it supposed to be on Netflix?
Yeah. If you sell the 7 C's, because it got released internationally to Netflix.
Well, it showed like a week here in the US.
Yeah.
Let me see if
Shaft, not woke, by the way.
Oh, and they hated woke. They hated it because it wasn't woke.
Oh yeah, the media.
But you had black representation in that movie. And it's not on Netflix. I wonder if you can actually rent it on Amazon Prime. So I really want. I need to see that. I need to see that movie, the second one.
Yeah, you're gonna laugh your ass off. That's great.
Yeah, if it ever comes out, that movie was released when?
Back in April, maybe. Or
Man,
March.
and we still, man, I got to find it here. So Prime Video.
Richard Roundtree does come back in it, by the way.
Yeah, he is.
Um,
It's just called Shaft, right?
yeah.
I'm looking.
The only downfall to that movie was like the one he was in prior. Wasn't Christian Bale the bad guy?
Yeah, he played Walter. Yeah, Christian Bale was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy the movie on Amazon. Walter Wade Jr. That was his character's name. Because he had killed Mekhi Phifer right at the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember Bale had sort of a reputation as a good bad guy.
He was a great bad guy in that movie. And his mother, Mekhi Phifer's mother, killed him at the end of the movie. Yeah.
Was that before or after Equilibrium? Have you ever seen Equilibrium with Taye Diggs and Christian Bale?
I don't remember. That Shaft movie came out in 2000. 20 years ago.
Equilibrium's a highly underrated movie. It was an independent action movie, but man, Christian Bale killed it in that movie. Sean Bean's in that movie too, by the way.
Oh, he is. I used to watch all Sean Bean movies, man.
Oh, Sean Bean kicks it. Yeah, I love it. I love the Hitcher, man.
Game of Thrones, Troy. He was in National Treasure. Yeah, I like him and everything. Oh boy, Snakes on a Plane. Man, I love that movie.
I love that movie. Off this mother plane.
And that was the whole thing. That was the selling point of that movie right there. And that movie absolutely would not work without Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh no.
That's a movie I can say that you can't replace Samuel L. Jackson with anybody, and that movie would have been good. Oh, I need to check that out, man.
Interesting. If
those things used to creep me out, though, man, watching that movie.
What's the best movie he's ever been in? That's interesting. And think about some of the movies now before you answer.
All right, let me go. Let me look up. I got to look up his filmography here. So, because I don't want to mess this up, man. He's been in so many good movies.
Yeah. And then the question is, okay, can you consider him a star of the movie versus not being a star?
Okay, you know I love Revenge of the Sith.
I was gonna say now, be careful here.
Since I don't want to be biased.
John Matrixx audience, John's got to be careful here.
I don't want to be biased, so I'm not going to include Revenge of the Sith.
What? That was the whole point of the question.
I know, but all right. Let me put it like this: any other movie besides Revenge of the Sith? Okay, let's see here. Oh, they actually got him credited as Mace Windu on Rise of Skywalker. Spider-Man: Far From Home, Captain Marvel.
Oh, he wasn't. Okay.
Infinity War. I gotta go. I'm going back to his older movies. Best movie he's been. Man, he's been in so many movies. This is gonna be tough. All right. He's in Coming to America. They have him credited as Hold Up Man. Oh, Do the Right Thing. He was in that.
The Negotiator with Kevin Spacey.
I love that movie.
My God, movie. Unbreakable. My God, Unbreakable.
Unbreakable, yeah.
Yep. A Time to Kill.
Oh, yes. Ooh. A Time to Kill may be his best acting job ever. Man, he was great in that movie.
Oh.
I love that movie, man. He was in Juice. That's right. He was in Juice. Strictly Business. He played Mr. Monroe. He had a small role in that. Oh, man, this is so tough, man.
That's crazy.
Menace to Society. He played Tat Lawson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Said, you owe me money? Nah, but here you go. Pulp Fiction.
My God, he was in The Exorcist 3.
Yeah, I see that. Jackie Brown, The Negotiator. Of
Die
course,
Hard with a Vengeance. Good God.
oh man, Rules of Engagement. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh man, he's great in that movie.
Yep.
Shaft, Changing Lanes,
SWAT, yeah.
Triple X,
Coach Carter.
Man, this man, Snakes on a Plane.
I should have saved this. I should have been like, okay, this is a Rhodes top 10 list. Because we could go 10 deep. We could easily go 10 deep.
You know what? I can't pick one, man. I can't pick one. Jungle Fever. I mean, he's a chameleon when it comes to the way he can just change his role for every single movie he's in.
You're overthinking it. It is Pulp Fiction. It is absolutely Pulp Fiction. Jules.
Yeah.
It is one of the most iconic characters in the history of cinema.
I know that. But there's
just no way. It's Jules. It's got to be Jules.
He was fantastic in Rules of Engagement. I'm talking about like his best acting job. Yeah, he's up there. Rules of Engagement is right up there.
And you know what? And you know what? That's considering. I think it's really close because I loved him as Odell Roby in Jackie Brown. I loved his character in Jackie Brown. I loved it.
Yeah,
I got a buddy that acted just like he does. He acted in that movie back in the day when we was rolling. Yeah. We was badasses, wasn't to be fucked with. And him and that character are almost identical. And man, it's underrated. When's the last time you watched Jackie Brown?
It's been a while.
I watch it every year. It's one of those movies I watch every year. I watched it probably in the last 3 months. Good God, he is so good in that movie. He is so. Pam Grier's great in that movie too.
Oh yeah, I mean she's starring a movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
Michael Keaton is underrated in the movie.
Yeah, Michael Keaton's really good in that movie. Man, I need to watch that movie again. So anyway, I'm about to wrap this up, guys. This is fun. I like when we kind of get off on these tangents, off topic, and everything.
The stream is slowed down. Sam Jackson, go.
You may be right, man. It's probably Jules. It's probably Jules.
It's Jules. And that's tough to say out of all of his movies. I get it, but it's Jules. You can hear any line from that movie, and it is like, whoa, Jules, you know?
Yeah. But even in Jungle Fever, man, he had a great line. I like getting high because I'm a crackhead.
I haven't thought about that in 25 years. Funny.
Yeah, Halle Berry is in that movie. She was his woman.
I saw that movie in the theater.
Yeah. Halle Berry was his woman, man. She was a crackhead too.
Yeah.
In that movie. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. Hope you guys be safe. I'll be back next Friday, not this Friday, with another live stream. And Christy sends us $2 super chat right here at the end. I was just about to hit end broadcast over here. 49ers still lost Rhodes. Well, since you sent a super chat, the 49ers did lose, though.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate it, Christy. Really do.
At least we made the bowl. Thanks for the $2.
Yeah.
John appreciates it.
All right, guys. Be safe. Have a good night. We'll talk to you later.